Good morning, my dear students of class 7. How are you all? I hope you all are fine there and waiting for your social study class, having pen, paper, and other necessary materials. This is me, Dinesh Karki, your social study teacher, and you are watching your favorite program, PABSON Education, on our favorite television channel, Janata Television. My dear students, after a long time we are meeting again. We could not continue our class, all right? But I strongly believe that onwards, our social class will be continued till the school will reopen, all right? So our educational journey will be fantastic, fruitful, light-bearing. Hoping that I would like to welcome you all in this live social class. Boys and girls, so are you ready? Excited? Enthusiastic? Then let's begin. Let's get going. My dear students, today we are going to discuss about the lesson 3, our local governments. All right? So in the previous classes, we have discussed about the concept of federalism. All right? Today, I will quickly recap these all points that we explored in the previous class, and then after, we'll talk about our local governments, most particularly district assembly, district coordination committee, and the functions of local governments. All right, boys and girls? So let's quickly recap about the definition of the federalism. Boys and girls, remember what do you mean by federalism? In the previous class, we discussed about the concept of the federalism. Now you tell me, what do you mean by federalism? Yes, you are right, boys and girls. Now let me clear once more again. What do you mean by federalism? It's a political concept. A political concept in which there is a mixed or compound mode of government. Keep in mind, a political system in which there is a mixed or compound mode of government. All right? Combining a general government, it means federal government, and with regional governments. Regional governments mean provincial government and other local governments, which is known as federalism. Boys and girls, I would like to, explain this definition in the context of Nepal. Nepal is a federal democratic country, right? So let's observe the federal structure of Nepal and try to understand the concept of the federalism or definition of federalism. Look at, in Nepal, you will find a central government or federal government led by K.P. Sharma Oli, our Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli. Then after, another 7 governments are there in the provinces, all right? 7 provinces. Each province there is a government, all right? So 7 governments. So and so many municipalities, rural municipalities, metropolis, sub-metropolitan cities, there is also government. So altogether 753 local bodies are there, and each body there is a government. So now combination of federal government and all other provincial and local government is known as federalism. So I hope you understood it, my dear students. Let me tell you once more, a political concept in which there is a mixed or compound. Compound or mixed means mixture of central government and provincial and local government. It's called mix, okay? So in a single political system, which is known as federalism. So let me finalize it, let me conclude once again. A political system in which there is a mixed or compound mode of government, combining a general government with the regional governments, like federal government and provincial and local governments, which is known as federalism. All right, my dear students, I hope you understood it. So now, in the previous class, we discussed about the federal structure of Nepal. Let's look at the slide. Okay, my dear students, at the top you can say federal government. All right, and then after you can find 7 provinces. All right, then after you can find 77 districts, and look at down, 6 metropolitan cities, 11 sub-metropolitan cities, 276 municipalities, and 460 rural municipalities. Boys and girls, if you plus 6 plus 11 sub-metropolitan city plus 276 municipalities, then after 460 rural municipalities is equal to 753 local levels. Okay, local government. In other words, 753 are local governments. All right. So today our topic is also our local governments. All right. So hope boys and girls, 753 local bodies there is a government which is known as local government. This is the structure of federal structure of Nepal. Boys and girls, let's see another slide. I'm going to display local governments. Recently, for a while ago, I told you all 753 local levels, all right? 753 means 6 metropolitan cities again, plus 11 metropolises, 276 municipalities, and 460 rural municipalities are known as the local governments in Nepal. Boys and girls, furthermore, there are 6,743 wards under these 753 local levels. Once more, I am telling you, boys and girls, you may ask, sir, how does 753 come? All right. So the calculation is very simple, my dear students. First of all, take 6 metropolises, then after plus 11 sub-metropolises, then after plus 276 municipalities, then after plus 400 rural municipalities. So altogether the aggregate will be, how much aggregate will be? 753 local levels. So in these local levels, there is a government. Each local level, there is a government. So altogether is called local governments, our local governments. And our today's topic is also, my dear students, our local governments. Boys and girls, let me show one more. Now, boys and girls, now this is the today's class. Okay, under the local governments, especially today I'm going to talk about the district assembly, because whatever slides that I discussed about right now, already discussed in the previous class, already explored in the previous class. Now, under local governments, today we are going to discuss about the district assembly. Boys and girls, what do you call district assembly in Nepali? Very simple, boys and girls. It is called Jilla Sabha. We say in English, district assembly. Boys and girls, you can observe, you can read the slide very carefully. It is written there. According to the Constitution of Nepal 2015, Nepal ko Samvidhan 2072, there is a district assembly in each district, right? The provision of district assembly is in the Constitution, Nepal ko Samvidhan 2072, all right, my dear students. And do you know, it consists of all the chairman and vice chairman of the village executive or rural municipalities, Gaon Karyapalika, as well as the mayors and deputy mayors of all the municipalities within the concerned district. I think you got confusion maybe. So let me generalize very carefully. For example, let's take an example of Jhapa district. Okay, boys and girls, in Jhapa districts, how many municipalities are there? All right, how many rural municipalities are there? All right, 7 and 8 altogether, maybe 7 municipalities and 8 rural municipalities, or maybe 8 municipalities or 7 rural municipalities, altogether 15 are there. All right, you check in Google and you will find it. All right, my concern is to make you understand about the district assembly. Boys and girls, I have told you, you know, there is a mayor and deputy mayor in the municipality. Keep in mind, deputy mayor and deputy mayor. It is called Nagar Pramukh, Nagar Upapramukh. 2 are there. Suppose there are 7 municipalities, then what will be the calculation, boys and girls? If there are 7 municipalities, then calculate, you know, 1 mayor, 1 deputy mayor. All right, 2 into 7 is equal to 14. All right, so 14 people are there, and then after let's talk about the, you know, Gaon Karyapalika. It is called in English rural municipality or rural executive. There is, you know, chairman and vice chairman. All right, Adyaksha ra Upadyaksha. So 2 people, you know, suppose there are 8 rural municipalities, then 8 into 2. Chairman, vice chairman, 2, and 8 rural municipalities, for example, 8 into 2 is equal to 16. So 14 mayors and deputy mayors altogether from municipality, and 16 chairman and vice chairman. Altogether how much? So these all calculation, all right, 16 plus 14 is equal to 10, 20, 30. So this body is called district assembly. They gather in a district which is known as district assembly. Boys and girls, let's see the slide once more, boys and girls. All right, the meeting of the district assembly is held within 30 days after the publication of the results of the election of village assemblies and town assemblies. Boys and girls, the meeting of the district assembly is held within 30 days after the publication of town assembly and village assembly. All right. So I hope you understood it. Once again, let me clear it. Boys and girls, this in district assembly, chairman and vice chairman of all rural municipality, अध्यक्ष र उपाध्यक्ष, गाउँ कार्यपालिकाका सम्पूर्ण अध्यक्ष र उपाध्यक्षहरू र नगरपालिकाका मेयर र उपमेयरहरू सबैजनाको एउटा भेला हुन्छ जिल्लामा। त्यो भेलालाई चाहिँ हामी जिल्ला सभा भन्छौँ भाइ बहिनीहरू। ओके, र भाइ बहिनीहरू यो नगर सभा र गाउँ कार्यसभा गाउँ सभाको नतिजा प्रकाशन भएको 30 दिनभित्रमा चाहिँ यो मिटिङ चाहिँ हुनु पर्दछ है त भाइ बहिनीहरू। सो लेट मी टेल यू वन्स अगेन बोइज एन्ड गर्ल्स, मेयर एन्ड डेपुटी मेयर अफ अल म्युनिसिपालिटिज अफ अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट, ओके, एन्ड देन आफ्टर chairman and vice chairman of rural municipalities all meet in a district which is known as district assembly. Hope you understood, boys and girls. Now let's talk about the district coordination committee, boys and girls. All right, district coordination committee is called Jilla Samanvay Samiti. It is called in Nepali, it is called District Coordination Committee. Boys and girls, you can read the slide very carefully. District Coordination Committee is elected by the District Assembly. Again, keep in mind, for a while ago, we talked about the District Assembly, all right? So this District Assembly elects the Coordination Committee of the district, or District Coordination Committee. In short form, you can say DCC also. Right? Jilla Samanvay Samiti. All right, boys and girls. And do you know this district coordination committee consists of chairman, vice chairman, and maximum 9 members, including at least 3 women and a Dalit or minority citizen elected by the district assembly. Boys and girls, now let me tell you, see, district coordination committee has 9 members. Keep in mind, 9 members. All right. And do you know, among them, at least there must be 3 women. All right, there must be 3 women. Without 3 women, you cannot form the district coordination committee. And boys and girls, and 1 from Dalit or minority should be there. And these all people are elected through the district assembly. Boys and girls, understood my point? First of all, there will be the meeting of district assembly, and district assembly will elect the district coordination committee. Okay, 1. Second thing, I told you rightly a while ago, how many members are there in a district coordination committee? Very good. There are 9 members in the district coordination committee. Now another question is also there. So then tell me, how many women are there? How many women must be there in the district coordination committee? Yes, you are right. There must be at least 3 women in the district coordination committee. And boys and girls, one more thing, there must be a Dalit or minority in the district coordination committee. This is how district coordination committee, boys and girls, please remember, this district coordination committee is elected by the district assembly. भाइ बहिनीहरु, यो जिल्ला समन्वय समितिलाई चाहिँ जिल्ला सभाले चाहिँ के अरे चुनाव गर्छ, यसले निर्वाचित गर्छ। फेरि पनि म भाइ बहिनीहरुलाई अलिकति अप्ठ्यारो भएको कारणले म तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ फेरि पनि भन्दिन्छु भाइ बहिनीहरु, यो जिल्ला समन्वय समितिमा भाइ बहिनीहरु जम्मा जम्मी 9 जना सदस्यहरु रहन्छन् है। There are 9 members in district coordination committee, number 1. Number 2, देयर मस्ट बी 3 women एटलिस्ट। भाइ बहिनीहरू, यो जिल्ला समन्वय समितिमा कम्ती भने 3 जना महिला त हुनै पर्छ है, यो अर्को कुरा। र भाइ बहिनीहरू, अनि यो जिल्ला समन्वय समितिमा नि एकजना दलित अथवा अल्पसङ्ख्यकबाट एकजना मान्छे चाहिँ निर्वाचित हुनै पर्छ अथवा जिल्ला सभाले छान्नै पर्छ। यसरी मेरा प्यारा प्यारा विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, जिल्ला समन्वय समितिको चुनाव चाहिँ जिल्ला सभाले गर्छ है त। मलाई लाग्छ तपाईहरुले बुझ्नुभयो होला। लेट मी टेल यु वन्स मोर। Alright, district coordination committee is elected by district assembly, number 1. Number 2 point, there are 9 members in district coordination committee. Alright, this is second important thing. Third important thing, there must be 3 women at least. Alright, this is the next thing. And the most important thing is 1 member must be there from Dalit community or minority. So this is how district assembly elects the district coordination committee, my dear students of class 7. So now, boys and girls, a very important thing today we are going to talk about is areas of the power of local levels. Alright, so according to the concept of federalism, our country has divided into many more political autonomous units, right? 7 provinces, all right? 6 metropolitan cities, 11 sub-metropolitan cities, all right? And 753 local bodies altogether, all right? Altogether, 753 local bodies. So these local government have received, certain areas and certain powers, all right? So what are the powers according to the Constitution of Nepal 2015, नेपालको संविधान 2072 ले भाइ बहिनीहरू यी सम्पूर्ण स्थानीय सरकारहरूलाई के कस्तो अधिकारहरू दिएको छ त, यो बारेमा अब हामी चर्चा गर्छौं। मलाई आशा छ विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले कुरो बुझिरहेका छन् है त। भाइ बहिनीहरू, according to the Constitution of Nepal, there is a power of local governments. Local levels are listed below. Number 1 point, boys and girls, town police, Nagar Prahari, we say in Nepali, those students who are in Kathmandu municipality, then definitely you have seen the town police, all right? So if metropolitan cities or sub-metropolitan cities, realize the police, town police, then they can arrange the town police for the security of the citizen of the town, all right? So this power has been given to the local area, boys and girls. Keep in mind, मेरा प्यारा विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, स्थानीय सरकारलाई चाहिँ नगर प्रहरी स्थापना गर्ने अधिकार चाहिँ दिएको छ है त। Now let's talk about the second, cooperative organization. In the school, once I had asked the students about the cooperative organization, then they said the organization who cooperates each other is called cooperative organization. They answered this way. But boys and girls, you are right, but this is a little bit different. Cooperative organization are such organization which help the people, economically. It is called in Nepali Vittya Sahakari Sanstharu, all right? So it is a kind of small bank where people can take part, people can deposit, and voluntarily they can be the member of the cooperatives, and they can take the loan from the cooperatives. So generally cooperatives work for the economic development of the people, all right? So many more cooperative organizations are there around you. You may find, boys and girls. So if local governments realize to establish or operate the cooperative organization, then can they operate it? भाइ बहिनीहरू, यदि स्थानीय सरकारले चाहिँ वित्तीय सहकारी संस्थाहरू सञ्चालन गर्न चाहेमा त्यस्तो महसुस गरेमा उनीहरूले सक्छन्, किनकि यो अधिकार संविधानले चाहिँ उनीहरूलाई दिएको छ। I think you understood, boys and girls. Now next, operation of FM radios. Boys and girls, I know you are very much fond of listening FMs, right? I also very much fond of listening FMs, all right? So if the local governments, or if your local government where you live realizes the importance of the FM radio, then they can run it, because this right has been given to the local government, all right, boys and girls. यदि भाइ बहिनीहरू, स्थानीय सरकारले चाहिँ कुनै त्यस्तो एफएम रेडियो सञ्चालन गर्न महसुस गरेमा उनीहरूले यो सञ्चालन गर्न सक्नेछन्, उनीहरूलाई यो अधिकार चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरू संविधानले दिएको छ है त। Let's talk about the next, local taxes, right? And especially property tax, house rent tax, service tax, tax on land revenue. भाइ बहिनीहरू यसलाई चाहिँ हामी स्थानीय कर भनेर भन्छौँ. कर भनेको चाहिँ हामीले तिर्नुपर्ने तिरो भनेर चाहिँ गाउँले भाषामा पनि भनिन्छ भाइ बहिनीहरू. इट इज कल्ड इन इङ्ग्लिस लोकल ट्याक्सेस, प्रोपर्टी ट्याक्स सम्पत्तिको कर, हाउस रेन्ट ट्याक्स, बहाल कर, सर्भिस ट्याक्स, सेवा कर, tax on land revenues. All right. So for the operation of the local government, local government, can charge the tax, can impose the tax. All right. So can take the tax from the people. Why? To run the local governments for the operation of all the development projects in the local area. So local governments can collect the tax from the people, and this right has been given to the local governments by our constitution, my dear students. Now, let me show you one more slide, my dear students. I hope you are understanding my words, all right? So, boys and girls, next very important power, there is management of local services. Remember, my dear boys and girls, in your local area, in which local area you are living, just first of all, and realize what type of local services you are getting from your local government, your municipality, your rural municipality, or your metropolitan city. Remember, maybe your local government has provided the facility of collecting litters and garbage. All right, maybe your local government has provided the clean drinking water facility. All right, so many facilities your local government might have been giving you, all right, might have arranged you. So such a local services, general local government arrange, all right. So it's their main responsibility, and they can do it because this right has been given to the local government, boys and girls. And collection of local statistics and records. Boys and girls, in local area, local governments collect so many statistical record, right? Like the record of the disabled person, all right, like record of the blind, all right, and record of the divorcee women, deserted men and women, all right, and record of the people who get the elderly allowance, social security allowance, all right. So many record, death record, right, birth record, marriage record. So all this registration, vital registration, actually generally local government generally do collect. So it is one of the power has been given to the local government, boys and girls, all right. So next is development of plans and projects of the local levels. Boys and girls, actually local government generally may plan different kind of development projects, all right. For example, your local government may plan to establish a covered hall for the sports lover, all right. Your local government may construct the cricket stadium for you, all right. Your local government may plan to establish hospital or public schools. So local government has a right to formulate the plan and policies for the local development, all right. So this is very, very important, right, has been given to the local government, all right, boys and girls. So next is basic and secondary education. Boys and girls, generally basic education means up to 7th class, up to 8th class basic education, all right. And secondary means up to 9, 10 secondary, and higher secondary 11, 12 especially. So basic and secondary education, actually local governments can arrange in this local area, all right. Definitely there is, and if not there, then local government has a right to provide and the basic and secondary education to the people, especially in the remote area where there is a rural government, If there is not the facility of basic and secondary education, then they have a right to provide such education to the people. Boys and girls, I know you have understood it. All right. So boys and girls, the next point is basic health and sanitation. Right. Boys and girls, basic health and sanitation means uh, uh, boys and girls, basic health and sanitation actually is the very important requirement of the people of the area where in of the local area, all right, where there is a local government. The people of that local area, they have a right to get the basic health and sanitation, all right. Most particularly vaccination program. Nowadays, we all are amid the corona pandemic, all right. So people of the local area have a right to be protected from such a terrible corona pandemic. So local government has to provide basic facilities to the people, like quarantine facilities, right, and checking facilities, all right, should be there. And beside this also, like so many like polio drops program are there sometimes, and they have to provide this. Local governments have to provide this because they have a right. So other sanitations program, time and again, local government can run because they have right to do this. All right, boys and girls. So according to the studio's clock, time is running out. So boys and girls, last one point I'm gonna cover it, possibly two. So management of local markets, environmental conservation and biodiversity, boys and girls. Generally in local area, all right, markets are there, but to manage market is one of the challenging aspect for the local government, all right. So generally local governments manage the markets and especially environmental conservation and biodiversity, all right. So right has been given to the local governments by the constitution. So what can they do for the conservation of the environment and for the protection of the biodiversity? They can do, all right, and they can provide, they can manage the local markets as well, boys and girls. And next point is local roads, village roads, all right, agricultural roads, irrigation. Boys and girls, road is the one of the important infrastructure of the development, especially agricultural road is very, very important for the development, all right. And irrigation is also very important for the agriculture development. So these things are actually needed for the people, especially for our country, because our country is agricultural country, all right. So local government have to arrange these all facilities, all right, because they have power to do it, all right. So boys and girls, this much only today, all right. So before I wrap, actually, quickly I'll tell you, what is the concept of federalism, all right. Compound and mixed mode of government combining general governments or federal governments and other regional governments, all right, in a single political system is known as federalism, boys and girls, all right. So this much only today. See you next time. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.